Hi, so in this video, we will be looking at the chapter-wise weightage for each subject for CS Executive New Syllabus. Now, we will be covering the average marks which has been asked in the exam for each chapter through multiple attempts. So therefore, whenever you're watching this particular video will be very relevant to you. And I will also tell how this is to be used, and when ICSI varies this, also when they vary and how you should tackle it. So let's begin. Your CS Executive New Syllabus has two groups. Group 1 has 4 papers and Group 2 has 3 papers. Your Group 1 has 4 papers, that is GIGL, Company Law, SBILL and CAFM. And your Group 2 has your CMSL, ECIPL and tax laws. Now, before we start, let me give you a disclaimer with respect to this past trends which are there with respect to chapter-wise weightage. Now, understand these are past trends, may not necessarily mean that they will be reflected in future exactly. However, they will shed some light to us, so we know that in the past exams regularly, if a particular chapter has been weighted and regularly asked, so we know that that becomes important, and this will help us in time management. When we are having less time, then we at least will do the priority chapters first and then the less important chapters. Now understand that ICSI sometimes ask papers unpredictable and they can jumble up the weightage as well. However, on a average, it will more or less fall in the same place. So understand, these weightage does not mean as a guarantee. It should just be as a tool for you to understand that these chapters are regularly asked for XYZ marks or higher marks. So you can keep it higher in priority and revision, especially one day before the exam when the time is really less. So this is a trend based guide, okay, and one always has to study all the chapters in depth. However, these weightage will be a guidance to the importance that ICSI has given to the particular chapters. Now the first subject that we will be starting is with GIGL. Now GIGL, your chapters, some have been removed, okay, so we will be seeing the chapter wise weightage. Now each has been taken properly. I have calculated where 100 marks. So if a subject is 100 marks, you will see the weightage properly 100 marks given. If a subject has part A 60 marks, part B 40 marks, so I have made it in a way that proper 60 and 40 will be there to reflect the exact proportion asked in the exam. So if you go to see it is in front of you, but the most important is Constitution of India, which comes for around 12 marks. This is through multiple attempts. Okay, so even when you're watching it future, you know that this will be relevant. Okay, and law relating to crime, if you go to see it, 12 marks, which is also Evidence Act. If you see, total around 17 marks, all the 3 criminal laws come. Then Arbitration Conciliation Act comes for around 9 marks. These are the screenshots you can take. Civil Procedure Code is regularly asked for 8 marks. Then you have your Information Technology Act, Contract Act. Rest all chapters which have been marked as cancelled have been completely omitted by ICSI. Next, if we see company law, okay. Now, with respect to company law, you will see that it's divided into 2 parts. Part A is 60 marks and part B is 40 marks, okay. So the weightage I have done in a way that proper 60-40 is reflected, okay. So the average marks that a chapter has been asked across attempts. Okay, here we see the most important is share and share capital. It comes for approximately 10 marks weightage. Your accounts chapter is there, and now one more important from the analysis, what do you realize? Okay, now I'll also give my insights with respect to each one, that your one chapter is asked for 10 marks regularly. Obviously, when you see the size of the chapter is very big, and that's why they ask at least 2 questions from there. And all the other chapters are coming, I could say, on an average 5 marks. So they have balanced out the particular part 1. So you need to study all the chapters because approximately ICSI is trying to balance all the chapters by asking at least one question out of it. Okay, and your dormant company 3 marks, inspection, inquiry, investigation has been deleted. Okay, now when we see your 40 marks here, you see the most important is general meetings, obviously, because part B is about meetings and directors. So your meetings is 12 marks, and other chapters are directors but broken in small parts. So this is also directors, this is also directors, this is also directors. Okay, and this is also related to directors only. So this is 7, 7 and 6 and 4. Now with respect to CSR, I have put it at 1 mark because ICSI has deleted a part and only the concept of CSR, which is respect to section 135, is there. Rest, the full chapter has been deleted, only the concept has been retained. Annual report chapter is around 3 marks to understand. Again, in the annual report, you will see a lot of reporting of all the other chapters only with respect to annual report, who are the KMPs, when is the dividend given, etc. So this is the markings. When we see for SBILL, okay, now in that you will see setting up of business, industrial and labor law is again divided into 60 marks, okay, and in the 60 marks again if we see, and the other balance is 40 marks. Okay, now let's look at the 60 marks weightage. Now this 60 marks I have meticulously kept it where it reflects exact 60 marks. Okay, so now you can take a screenshot. The most important here where ICSI is regularly asked is licenses for 10 marks. Then you see your financial services organization is for 8 marks, and then all the other chapters are asked approximately for 4 to 5 marks. So again, the chapters you come to know these two are important, rest all they are asking but for approximately 4 to 5 marks. Now when we come to your part B, okay, part B again, do you see any particular chapter which is standing out? Obviously yes, your social security regulations are asked for 12 marks. So out of 40, 12 marks is coming from social security regulation, and all the other is coming for around an average of 4 to 5 marks. So studying all the chapters are important. We come to know which are the higher end important chapters. Now when I come to your practical subject CAFM, it's again divided 60 marks corporate accounting and 40 marks is financial management. Now here I can say that there will be a disproportionate ness will be seen here where some of the chapters are heavily asked. Let's see. Now when we see here, very few marks, but accounting of share capital is direct 12 marks. Your related aspects of company accounts is 7 marks. Consolidation of accounts is 8 marks. Financial statements accounts is 10 marks. Let's see the entire thing here. So these are your important chapters. Rest all approximately you can expect a 5 mark question. Okay. Now when we see financial statement, your financial management, anyone will tell you from financial management your most important chapters are your working capital management, security analysis, your capital structure, capital budgeting and cost of capital. So these are your important chapters. The weightage is in front of you. So again they have balanced it out by asking almost one question from all the chapters. So this is the trend that is happening in the new syllabus. Then we see your CMSL. CMSL again what is divided into 40 and 60. Your capital markets and securities law. Capital markets is for 40 marks. Let's look at their weightage out here. They have 7 chapters. Now again they have one chapter where they ask a lot, which is your second chapter, which is secondary market, 8 markers. Rest all is an average of 5 marks which they are asking. So you need to study all where special importance can be given to secondary market in India. Then when we look to the other 60 marks, now here again you will be able to see disproportionate importance here where your ICDR regulations, okay, your ICDR will directly be asked for 10 marks. Then your LODR is again very important. Listing obligation disclosure requirement will be around 9 marks. Okay. Then if we go your mutual funds, very important because they ask sums also. So this is your entire screenshot you can take, okay, which is there of exact 60 bifurcation I have made and given to you all. Okay, so I've been teaching for over 12 years now, so I know the importance knowing each chapter's weightage that they have asked throughout attempts. Then we come to ECIPL. Let's look at that. Now in ECIPL, they have bifurcated it into 60 and 40. Now when I look at 60, let's see, they have asked 14 chapters for 60 marks. How many? 14 chapters for 60 marks. Now from here, do we see anything disproportionately asked? Obviously yes. One chapter, which is Competition Act, will always be asked for 12 to 15 marks. So this is the most important. Rest all the chapters. Next we can also see consumer protection, because you can expect some situational questions out here. Rest all the chapters have a average 4 to 5 marks that they are asking. This is a 60 marks weightage. Okay. Next, when we see your intellectual property laws, which is your 40 marks, again you will see 3 chapters are very important. Your law relating to patents, trademark, copyrights. Rest other chapters they are asking approximately 4 marks. Next we see tax laws. Now in tax laws also there is a disproportionate weightage that we see from the past trends. Let's see which it is. Now your direct tax has been divided into 60 and 40. 60 marks is direct tax, that is Income Tax Act, and 40 marks is GST and customs. Now you see from here you have 13 chapters. Okay, 13 chapters which are there. Let's see. From here again you will see disproportionate importance given to the 5 heads of income, where you have your salary, house property, business profession, capital gains, income from other sources. So this is very important. 5 heads are very important. Obviously they have to only ask in the examination 15 to 20 marks from the 5 heads. Then the other important thing that they ask is, you could see here, is your clubbing set off carry forward of losses, which is again 7 marks. So 20 year and 7 year, 27 marks are from here. Then you see procedural compliance they are asking, okay, returns etc. It is your 10 marks. And basic concepts also they are asking, where they ask residential status. So these are your important chapters that you need to do, and this is the weightage. Then we see indirect tax. Now again in indirect tax, your GST, you see your most important disproportionate weightage is your levy and collection of GST, time value of supply and input tax credit. This will consist your major from 40 marks. Easily you can see more than half, okay, over 25 marks is coming from your section 7 to section we can see 21. Okay, all these will come here. So your sections from here are covered here, which is over 25 marks, that will be asked from 40 marks only. So important it is. Rest all chapters which is there, again Customs Act is 6 marks. Then one sum will come or one theory will come. Very important. Very easy to strategize if you know the chapter wise importance. And that is it for all the particular importance. I have seen multiple attempts I've added, including my personal experience, so that throughout attempts, whenever you give, this is always the weightage that is there. Wish you all the very best. Join my WhatsApp group. Closer to exam, we always have revision, marathon, and a lot more, such as Dream Batch, which will also be given for your attempt. Do like the video and share it with your friends, because this is very important and will help your friends as well to clear the exams. All the very best. See you in the lectures.